Good evening and welcome to today's topic, teenagers and parents. So there can be clash. This is an age where parents feel teenagers are going far away from the parents and teenagers don't want interference from parents because it is their territory. Many things in their life, they want privacy. So into the topic, a warm welcome to one and all. Yeah, let's get started. Here we go. Teenagers and parents, ready for the topic? What both want and what they do not want. Am I right? Me too, I'm right. So there can be ego clash. Do we want that? Just think over it. What do we mean by this picture? Joyful moments of sharing. Do we want that? This is silent treatment. Do we want that to be happening? This one is love and respect. Yeah, this is blaming, screaming, shouting, all this. So, what each one of them wants and what we do not want. We don't want ego clash. We don't want what else? We don't want silent treatment, punishment, screaming, yelling, shouting, throwing objects. We don't want all of those. What we want is love and respect, good communication, intimacy. So let us see. Yeah. Teenagers, mind and body. Parents, mind and body. What are the red flags? What do we mean by this acronym? Chemistry. When to seek counselors' help and question and answers towards the end. Yeah. So, teenagers. Technically, teenagers are advanced in the sense they are born into this era where it is the digital era. Unlike parents who have to learn and then they are like intruders into this era. Sorry. So that advantage teenagers always have. So as parents, we need to catch up. So we cannot stay away from these tech things. They have an upper hand definitely, unless you are a tech person. Yeah. Then testosterone production, estrogen production, both happens in teenagers. Testosterone is more with male, estrogen more with female. So what these are steroid hormones in the body naturally formed. So because of that, there will be some physiological changes in teenagers. So I am somebody is what they feel, and there is role confusion. And remember, what do we mean by teenagers? What is the age? Previously, teen age means even now, teen, 13, 13 to 18 or 19. But then, as per the WHO definition, it falls a little early. It is not 13, it is 10. Yeah. And menarche happens in females, in girls at an earlier age, as you all know. So it is said to be 7 to 9 years, and for boys, it is like 10 to 11 years. So, on an average, adolescence starts from age 10, 10 to 18 or 19, not 13, 10. So, age 10, boy or girl, they might feel I am somebody. And there is role confusion. On one side, parents say you are a child. On the other side, they say, come on, act like a grown up person. So there is role confusion. Also, because of this hormonal change that is happening in the body, there can be impulsivity because, sorry, they are not yet adults, but going to be adults. So the brain development is not as much as that of an adult. So they are in the process of evolution or growth or progress, whatever we say. So there can be impulsivity. Sorry. Yeah. So they are not an adult in terms of brain or body moving towards. So can we regard teenagers as an older child or a young adult? What is your answer? Older child or a young adult? If we regard them as an older child, we will still see them as children. If we see them as young adults, we will see them as equals. So the clash will be less. So, what do we want? How do we want to see them? Up to you. Better if we see them as young adults. Yeah. What about parents? Parents are in their 40s, 50s. So stress factor is there. Illnesses, it is the time usually when illnesses knock at the door, plus middle life crisis, lack of time for exercise or me time. So stress is definitely there. Psychologically, parents are advanced because we were from that previous generation. Psychologically, we are above them. We have the experience, we know many things. Our attention span is greater than the teenagers. So that advantage is there. Yeah, sorry. So, yeah, and usually parents will be as critical parents or nurturing parents as per TA. And do teenagers want either of the two? Do they want parents encroaching into their personal space? A question for debate. And no training in parenting. As parents, we do not get the training. All we know is how our parents brought us up. So, to a certain extent, we regard that knowingly or unknowingly as the right way. So, we are not trained as parents. Mistakes can happen. Yeah, most important is parental conflict. Father and mother are fighting, or single parenting, or distant parenting. All these can lead to a war, a passive war between parents and teenagers. So, what are the red flags? Yeah, red flags are nothing but when we see them, be alert. You need to take action. So, threatening talks when the adolescent, better to call them as adolescents or teenagers, whatever, but remember it starts from age 10. When they say, I'm leaving the house, or or they get aggressive or irritated, threatening talks, that's a red flag. Or till then they were talking to relatives, picking up phone calls, and all of a sudden they go into isolation. You see a change in behavior, withdrawal. It's a red flag. Stubbornness, yeah, very much there with them. No responsibility at home, not ready to take any household chores or anything for that matter. Very, very argumentative, uncontrolled anger, seeing negativity in everything. These are all red flags. Not just once or twice you see them, you have to panic. No. If it becomes like a habit for a couple of weeks, if it continues, then you need to think of a counselor. Yeah. Then physical self harm. Yeah. This can happen, banging their head on the wall or with the hand hitting on the chest, something like that. You see any physical harm or psychological self-harm. What do we mean by that? By this, they don't eat, they don't sleep. Psychologically, the bodily needs, the needs of the mind, they are not taking care of. They are harming with a purpose. And talks about suicide. Anytime anyone talks about this, we need to take it seriously because usually people don't take it, they don't say like that. Maybe something is going on in their mind, so be alert. Not interested in future. Yeah, teenagers have a lots of crisis happening inside them, and they are not interested about future talks. Understand, they are stuck somewhere, they need help. Addiction, yeah, big one at this age because they want to explore everything. Avoid discussions, yeah, in the family when they are not in the team of people who are discussing, and they just isolate, go and sit in their room. Be alert. And they are not following law and order rules like driving over speed, all these, be aware. And those are red flags. Yeah. So when you sense they are falling or failing, usually when we see, okay, let us take any issue, a fight has happened or something that is against your norms, the teenager did something. So usual tendency is push them away. Why? Because they did a mistake. Or go to your room. Instead of that, when you sense they are falling or they are failing, do not push them away. Bring them close to you. So that's the time when you have to be a nurturing parent. For example, in school, a parent teachers meeting, open house, teacher blames, parent also starts blaming. Instead, hold your child close to you and later on, after a day or two, address the issue. But be with them when they are falling. Yeah, when they are confused. You understand they need some guidance, they are not on the right track. Have open discussions with them, let them come out with solutions. This is very, very important. We can give them choices, but let them say on their own what is best for them. For that, we need to be a friend, a real, real friend. And if they are angry, not if, they can be angry most of the time because many things are happening in their body, secondary, primary, sexual characteristics, many things happening in the body. So they will not be comfortable with the body or with the mind. Peer pressure is there. So they can be angry, arrogant, bossy. Show them by staying calm. Very, very important. When they are angry, irritated, do not respond or react in the same way. Instead, show them that you are a calm person. So be a role model. That is very, 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 of all the three, the most important is be a role model and show them that anger is not the way. Stay calm. Have your own practices for that. Yeah. What do we mean by this acronym? Chemistry. This is the way we need to, it's better. It's not the only way. It's better if we communicate well. C stands for good communication with consideration. H, happiness. E, empathy towards them. M, motivation. I, interest. Interest in the person, not in what they do. I am interested in my child, not in my child's achievements. The person as a whole. Be supportive. Trust your child, entrust them with responsibilities appropriate to the age, and unconditional love. We need to make them feel you are my beloved no matter what. So, communication, it needs to be with consideration. Yeah, very important. They will do everything to take some negative phrases from us. We might not be a person who curses or abuses, but then they might do something and we might go upside down and say the wrong things. Use positive phrases with them. Use positive phrases. Take time, convert all the negativity, use positive phrases. Give them choices. Yeah, open discussions, very important. See, till age 9 or 10, they were listening. All of a sudden, they start asking questions. Why do I need to listen? No, I don't want to. So we feel, my boy, my girl was so close to me, sharing everything, and all of a sudden, what has happened? That is the change that is happening in their body. So give them choices. That is the time we need to step up. Acknowledge their feelings. They are going through something. Acknowledge their feelings. Do not ignore that. Give a listening ear to them. We always say 2 ears and one mouth. That means we need to listen attentively more. Yeah, no to criticizing, blaming, insulting, silent treatment. We can be really angry or mad at them, but criticizing is not the way, blaming is not the way. Insulting, of course, never. Silent treatment, no, no, no. Talk to them, have open discussions, eye to eye contact. Yeah, so happiness, yeah. Have some joyful moments in life. Empathy. What is empathy? Empathy is when we try to step into their shoes and understand what is going, what they are going through in their life. So we need to be empathetic. Not critical parenting doesn't work with an adolescent child, adolescent young adult. Motivation, yeah, this is important. Short stories or taking them to be able to see people who are in good position and the respect they get, or in the form of stories or characters about the persons whom you know in your life. It's good to share those stories so they take the message at an unconscious level. Yeah, show interest in the child, not just the child gets good marks, oh, good child, mama's boy, mama's girl. No, interest, genuine interest in the child. We know all these, but then we need to be aware of them 24/7 because this is like we need to handle them with care. Just like we we drop it, it's very difficult to get back that relationship. Why? Because there are so many people outside there to make use of their impulsivity or their smartness. So we need to have a good bond with them. Remember, only parents can help adolescents or teenagers. Counselors have a limit. The law and order has a limit. Only parents can help. So never let them down, never leave their hands. Yeah, be supportive. Trust. We need to show them that we really trust them at the same time we are observing them. We need to be observing everything they do without their awareness, silently observing. Yeah. Responsibility, give them age appropriate responsibility, even if it is their studies. Yeah, they have many things, academic stress is there, but then that's the way we make them responsible human beings. So small tasks, give them appropriate to the age. Yeah. Give the message, you are my beloved, unconditional strokes. Remember, very important. A parent's love. Yeah. Unconditional it is. We need to show you are my beloved. These are the small things that go deep inside. So we need to show that. When to seek a counselor's help. Yeah. When difficult life transitions happen, for example, relocation or change of school or parental conflicts that parents are getting separated, divorced, at that time, just be observant, be aware that your child is going through lots more. So check if you need to take them to a counselor. Or changes in behavior. Yeah. Till this moment, my child was good in studies, doing sports or martial arts, and all of a sudden withdrawing from everything. And then there is a change in the study pattern, marks are getting lower, food and sleep, everything is changing. Something is happening, not in a good way. Emotional distress, yeah. If they are experiencing prolonged anxiety, sadness, anger, mood swings constantly, and you find it difficult to manage, do not hesitate. Seek a counselor's advice or suggestion. Social difficulties, yeah. If they isolate, they are not talking to relatives, social anxiety, struggling to make friends, try to help them on your own. If not, seek a counselor's aid. Yeah, self harm and suicidal thoughts, even if they talk about that, it's not, we shouldn't be taking it lightly. Yeah, summarizing, teenagers face many crises. I miss an S here, like identity crisis, because who am I? I did not become an adult, nor am I a child. So many things. After infancy, it is during adolescent phase that so many things happen, so many mechanisms happen in the body. So it's a real crisis for them. Identity crisis is there, peer pressure is there. Adolescents have two main goals. One is to get the appreciation and acknowledgement and acceptance from the peer group. Number two is get attention, attraction from the opposite sex. So girls will put more makeup, boys will go to gym, or they might focus on combing hair, many things. So this is quite natural. So it's okay if they put makeup, that is normal. So they want to stand up to their peer pressure. So we need to understand this and then be supportive. Open discussions, very important. Academic stress. Yeah. What is my future going to be? What am I going to pursue? Where is my career? What is it that I'm going to focus? So many things in their mind, and body image issues because of secondary sexual characters, and new relationships issues. Yeah, they can fall in a romantic relationship and then break up. So all these are stressful in a teenager's life. But a teenager is not an older child. Teenager is a young adult. So we need to give that respect, and then it will all be very easy. Parents have their own stress. What are the stresses? One is age is advancing, diseases are knocking, and then plus pressure from children, trying to trying to make both ends meet. So many things. Maybe perhaps parental desires are not satisfied, and all of a sudden conflict in the family, death of someone near. So many things happen in a family. So what is a way out to have a good relationship? Parent and adolescents have open, healthy discussions, and this doesn't start in a day. From childhood, if a boy or girl is able to express himself or herself at home, it will continue. Adolescent phase will not be a difficult phase. Still, it will be, but still. Otherwise, young, small children, they don't have the space to express who their friends are or what was happening in the school. Then During adolescent age, it will be very difficult. Still, it is never late because personality is formed, the final aspects by 16 to 18 years of age. We still have them with us. So have open, healthy discussions. Open, healthy discussions. It is not one way, it is both ways. Seek out for help when you see the red flags. So question time C in chemistry stands for communication with consideration. Crises faced by teenagers are peer pressure is one crisis, body image issues, or academic stress. Yeah. Can I say I am an empathetic parent? Up to you. Yes, you all will be saying you are empathetic parents. The kite parenting style refers to, this is from a previous class, it refers to authoritative parenting, not authoritarian. So that's it. Thank you for today. Yeah. Keep loving your children, make them responsible young adults who are beneficial to the society and to everyone. That's it for today. Thank you so much for joining. Have a great time. Bye bye.